Hi and welcome to this video, and we're going to be having a look at the art of being happy. And that's such a big topic because we have more abundance in our society than ever. There are so many people with so much. We have more opportunities to do things, more technology for doing things than ever before, and yet so many people aren't very happy. And why is that? What can we do to find our happy? So we're going to have a look in this to see about what it is. What is happiness? So when we have a look at the definition in the dictionary, it says it's a feeling or showing of pleasure or contentment. And that's interesting because in our society, we just keep looking for the next thing to make us happy. We look for things outside of us to be happy rather than finding that happiness within us. And that can be difficult because there are so many things we want to buy, things that advertise, things that make us feel good when we have it, for a short period at least. We feel the pressure to have these certain things. We wonder about other people's opinions. What will people think of us if we don't have this? But actually true happiness comes from within us and really knowing who we are and what we truly want. Because things that we buy in the short term that could get us into debt, or we're buying it for the sake of buying it, for whatever reason that we might have it, very often just give us short-term happiness. So how can we find lasting true happiness? And that really comes down to getting to know us. It's getting to know ourselves and who we are as a person, and reconnecting with our dreams, what we want. So let me ask you just a few questions about happiness. And if you've got a pen and some paper, jot the answers down, because it's really revealing about how we feel about happiness and what happiness looks like for us, because it will be different for every one of us. Okay, so let me have a look at my questions. Okay. So what is your definition of happiness? What does happiness look like for you? If you could wave a magic wand and wake up tomorrow morning and everything, you just felt really happy, and you know that feeling was just going to continue on, what would your life look like? How would it feel? What would be in your life? And that's really important because happiness for each of us is different. So what does happiness look like for you? Okay, so another question. Are you living your happy right at this moment? Are there just bits of your life that make you happy? Are there bigger bits? Does all your life fulfill you and make you feel happy? So are you living your happy at the moment? Okay. So the next question, who is the happiest person you know? What is it about them that is happy? What do you admire from them in terms of their happiness? What do you think makes them happy? Because the interesting thing is the things that we see in other people that we appreciate, we also have within ourselves. We just maybe need to develop that part of our personality or part of our nature to be able to recognize that a bit more, to be able to make it stronger. Okay. So what have they taught you about happiness? So have they taught you about happiness, that happiness is from buying, from having, or from doing or giving, or being more in the present moment, not being in so much our heads in the past or in the future, and worrying and feeling anxious or regretful or carrying resentment? There could be all sorts of reasons that take us away from that being happy. And what I find about happy is that it's not a state to achieve, that we are born innately happy. It's just coming back to that. It's re-establishing ourselves back to our level of happy and knowing that it is possible, that it's there. We just need to uncover it, peel back the layers of things that have made us feel not quite good enough, not worthy, not deserving, and find our innate happy that is true to us. And there's no right and wrong with what happiness is for us. It just is what it is. But you know it when you've got it, that's for sure. You know when you feel happy. So how important is happiness to you? How would you rate that happiness? Would you think it's more important than achieving a certain thing? And why do we achieve certain things? Do we do it for the sake of other people, for what they will think? Do we do it for ourselves? So is happiness a key goal for you? Is it something that you really want to make a decision to, actually, I am going to become my happy me. I'm not going to do what I think I should do. And that should word is not a good word because it puts so much pressure on us. So I'm not going to do what I think I should do. I'm going to do what makes me feel happy. Because if I really wanted to, I could do things X, Y, and Z that make me feel happy. So if you are committed to getting back to being happy, then this is part of the start of a process. Because if you decide today that actually I want to re-find my happy, then what will your happy look like? And how will you know when you're there? How will it feel like? It's interesting, when I coach people, they will have a goal that they want to achieve. But sometimes they don't know when they've got there. They want something, and then when they've got there, that's still not enough. It's forever searching for something. And we can spend our whole life searching for happy and never getting there. But happiness can be found in this moment if we look for it. We can find it by looking at what we appreciate with what is in our life, what we've got now. How is it unfolded so far? There might be bits we don't like and bits that we do like. And the more we focus on the things that we do like, that we can appreciate, the more we will realize that there's more to be happy about in this life. And we can also look at our self-talk as well, and we'll talk about that more in another video. But just in this one, it is really important just to identify what is happy, and are you prepared to start that journey in terms of becoming happy? And what can you do, what steps can you do today to start that process to being happy? Is it looking at criticizing ourselves, or not judging ourselves, or not worrying what other people say? Because when we worry about what other people say, it's an element of pride comes into that. And actually, the more we can let go of negative emotions and feelings and just allow them to be and not get wrapped up in them, the more we can just accept that other people's opinions are their own. And actually, we don't need to have an emotional attachment to them at all. And that takes a little bit of work. It's easier said than done sometimes, especially people that are really close to us. But we can let go of attachment. And the happier we become, the more we are like a magnet to other people. People will be drawn to us because we have this wonderful energy that they want. And it is such a nice place to be when you are feeling like, actually, I am really happy in this moment. And I forgive myself of the past. I don't have regrets. Just to be, not to be anxious or worry about the future, but to enjoy the present. And I want to end with a quote, and it says that yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. And I don't know where that quote came from and who said it originally, but it is wonderful to help us to remind that happiness can always be found in the present moment. There is always something, however small, to be found that helps us to be happy. So I look forward to catching up with you again about some more ways we can have a look about what happiness means for us and how we can really get to that place about feeling really happy with who we are and our lives. Take care, and I'll see you soon.